We are live. Alright, so we're just gonna wait for Bert to request to join. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna make myself a coffee. It's 10:30 in the morning here in Melbourne. We have my Kalita style brewer here in front of me. And I have some delicious natural processed Ethiopia Yirgacheffe here, roasted by a local coffee roaster here in Melbourne called, what was it called? Beet Coffee. So give me a second, I'll grab my kettle and we'll begin. Here we are. Gotta wet the paper filter. Alrighty, let's see. This is a very, very delicious coffee. Very balanced, fruity, creamy due to the fact it's naturally processed. Just delicious stuff, you know? And what was I gonna say? I don't know if Bert is here. Let me see. Yep. Bert is here. Hello everyone, whoever is here. Let me see. Hello Bert.
Hey man, what's going on?
Nobody.
I see you're brewing something there.
I'm just making a coffee, mate. You just give me a couple of minutes.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Because you know it's morning here. It's daytime.
Yeah, I got a decaf in front of me.
Do you?
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Decaf is good for you. You know,
It's actually one of my favorite decafs right now from a local Toronto roaster over here. So,
what's it say? Moment, right?
Moment. Yeah, Moment Coffee. That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, I know you said you were going to your parents' place for dinner.
Yeah. Just got back actually. My kids are still not sleeping yet, but my lovely wife is doing the bedtime duty tonight.
What time do the kids usually go to sleep? What is it? 8:39?
Yeah, around I want to say between 8:30 and 9 is usually when. Yeah, that's when me time starts. That's when you know my Netflix and my YouTube time starts.
How many kids do you have?
Two kids, boy and a girl. Yeah, 7 and 3.5. So.
7 and 3.5. All right, that's nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just wait for this to draw down.
What are you brewing on there? Kalita Wave?
So I don't know if you can see. So this is a Kalita Wave style brewer, but it's not actually a Kalita Wave. So the only resemblance to a Kalita is the way this thingy is shaped, which is the brewing device. It's made out of glass and it's made by a Australian-based company here in Queensland. It's a state in Australia called Origin Coffee.
Yep.
And it's a cool looking device. It comes with this. So this, what's it called? This is a decanter. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
And this glass style brewer that goes inside like this. So it looks very minimalistic. Right? Nice. Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you use, have you ever used Kalita before?
I have. I had the Kalita 185 filters. I use them in my origami though. Do you ever used an origami before? I don't think so,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, I have used it because my friend Liam, he owns a company that sells coffee products, and
Hmm.
he's selling the origami, the V60s, all the stuff, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he was here not long ago, and we used the origami, and he said
Hmm.
that you can use both cone-shaped filters
Yep.
and flat bottom filters as well on it.
That's
But
why. That's why I got. Yeah, that's why I got the origami because you could use both filters, right? A little bit of flexibility, I guess.
yeah, that's true. Although I'll just put my earphones on. Give me a
Yep.
second. I'll grab a cup as well. Alright, we're good to go. Yeah, what I was gonna say is if you've let's say, okay, you haven't used the Kalita brewer yet,
No.
but if you ever use it, give me a second. If you ever use it, you'll notice that the paper filter would stick to the bottom of the brewer, and it would clog and extend the drawdown time.
Oh, I did not
Right?
know that.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's the biggest issue with it. So the way you could solve that, so you prevent clogging, is literally
Mhm.
by if you take the mesh from a tea strainer and you cut a circle that's the same size of the diameter of the bottom of the Kalita, and you
Okay.
put it there, and then you put
Yeah.
the paper filter on top.
Yeah.
That way you prevent clogging, and it has a very similar flow rate to a V60.
Gotcha.
If
Gotcha.
that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
most of the time, people that brew a Kalita wave without the mesh, their brew would clog, and they would say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't know what's going on. You know, like I need to grind coarser, right?"
Yeah.
But then when you grind coarser, obviously you're not extracting as much from the coffee as you would when you grind a bit finer.
Right. Right.
Biggest issue, and I saw this. I don't know if you've heard about Scott Arreo.
No.
Uh, he's a very knowledgeable coffee guy. You should definitely follow him. He's a
Well.
he's one of those people like James Hoffman that
Okay. Yeah.
are actually coffee experts, but Scott Arreo is more like not as famous as him. Although
Gotcha.
they both he really shares great tips about coffee, both on the roasting side and brewing side as well. So it's a
Nice.
cool, yeah.
Nice. So why are you? How come you're doing a pour over today? How come you're not using the gaja?
That's what I do most of the time, to be honest. You
Yeah.
know, I know the channel we have, you know, started all about the gaja, but actually, you know, most of the time I drink uh, filter coffee, to be
Okay.
honest.
Nice.
And
And you're grinding on the. I think you were grinding on the baratza, right? On the encore.
yeah, I have both the I have the Encore here,
Yep.
Sete, and
Nice.
the Sete for espresso because with the current Bert set it has, it produces a lot of fines if you grind for filter.
Mm.
That's not ideal. And
Yeah.
I have to grind this, so I might as well, you know, just separate them as well.
Guess, man. I guess you're in Melbourne, right?
Yes, Melbourne. We're in
I've
lockdown at the moment. I don't know. I don't
I
know. Maybe you
heard.
haven't.
I heard. No, I heard. I've actually been to Melbourne before.
Have you?
I have. Yeah. It was for I
To
think I was
go.
there for, it was like a 2 week vacation. It kind of I was in Melbourne. We took like a side trip over to Cairns as well. Like I went to the Great Barrier Reef. Like it was just a this was a while ago. So this was years ago. But yeah, oh beautiful place. Beautiful
Oh man,
place.
it's awesome. It's really nice, except for these lockdowns because Victoria, the state where Melbourne is located, out
Yep.
of all the states in Australia, Victoria has been the longest in a lockdown as a proportion to the whole year. So I think it has been 150 days out of 356 days in a year in a lockdown, which is by far the longest out of any state. It's crazy.
Interesting.
We just got
Interesting.
back into it. because I
Yeah.
work in hospitality. So we just got back into it. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people coming out, enjoying themselves,
Yeah.
drinking lots of coffee, you know, eating out, visiting cafes. Life seemed to be back to normal. And
Right.
then in 2 days, just lockdown, and that's it. And now
Oh, man.
for going to be in a lockdown for a minimum of a week. So we'll see.
A minimum of a week, eh?
Minimum. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hopefully it's a minimum. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You
we'll
stay
see.
safe. Stay safe out there.
Okay. I mean, nothing much you can do, you know. You just,
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta wear your mask and all the usual stuff, but that's about it.
That's
Can't
right.
stay home for, you know, the weather is nice. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see it's sunny.
Yeah. Nice.
So staying home when the weather is like this is very difficult. So I think once we finish the live stream, going out for a bike ride or something, you
That's
know,
awesome.
get some exercise or whatever.
You know what I, you know what, you know what I didn't like? The one thing I didn't like about Melbourne was like the insects that you guys have there, man. Like the
Oh
size of
yeah.
your spiders. Holy, like I woke up one morning
Uh-huh.
and I'm walking to the bathroom to go brush my teeth and stuff like that, and on the wall, what do I see? Like a black spider, like the size of the palm of my hand, just crawling on the wall. I'm like,
Do you
what the
remember where we were staying?
I was staying with a family member actually. I actually have family in Melbourne, so
Uh, Do you remember the suburb?
I can't for the life of me tell you. It was a long time ago.
Is where I live here, the suburb is called the Reservoir,
Okay.
and I've never seen any huge insects. I have seen a lot of insects. We do have a lot of them, but I've never seen like a huge spider, like those huntsman spiders,
The
for example.
huntsman. That's right, the
Yeah,
huntsman.
dangerous. So, but we do have a lot of flies, mosquitoes, and so on. Because apparently these used to be at one point like a swamp or something before it got
Um,
settled. Yeah. So you know, flies and mosquitoes love swamps.
of course, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, that's not for me.
Definitely. But imagine living in, for example, if you were living in Queensland or up north where the tropical climate is. Oh man, the things they see over there, from sharks to crocodiles or to huge spiders. Literally, whenever you go go out, you're in danger of something killing you.
Oh man. Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it, man. How's the
Anyway,
coffee over there? How's the coffee?
oh man, coffee is delicious. We're so lucky here in Melbourne. I mean, I've I've only experienced specialty coffee here in Melbourne because that's where I discovered specialty coffee. But Australia is lucky, you know. Coffee is huge here. I don't know how it is in Canada, but here you literally, if you know what you're looking for, it's hard to not find a delicious coffee.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah, I mean, there's no shortage. There's no shortages of specialty coffee here in Toronto as well. I mean, I've only been in this thing for like for as long as I've had my gadget, which is like 6, 7 months. Like, so I'm new. I'm new. I'm still new to this, but definitely.
well,
Yeah.
what were you drinking before getting your gaja?
So immediately before my gadget, I had an espresso machine,
Hmm.
Nespresso, like the
Yeah,
pods,
capsule.
Yeah, the capsules. That's right. And those were okay. I mean, like I thought those were good at the
The
time. I don't know.
performance and addictive,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I could go back to drinking those things anymore. Like, now that I,
probably not.
yeah,
Probably. But it is a natural progression, you know. Most of the time, you start like first you start probably with the instant coffee,
yeah,
then you move on to a pod machine
yep,
or you know whatever whichever pods you're using.
yep.
Then you maybe buy your grinder, you know your first grinder, and you usually start experimenting with maybe pour overs or you jump straight into espresso.
Yeah. Well,
It's either one or
when
the
I
other.
when I bought my gadget, I had the exact same setup as you in like your early video. So I had the gadget and I was grinding on a Baratza Encore, like
Yeah,
to put through the gadget.
yeah,
Um,
that's a
and
struggle.
yeah, um, Yeah, it was hard. It's hard to dial that thing in, eh, for espresso. So eventually I got the Eureka. So
Mm,
it was much better at that point. But I started with the exact same setup as you in the beginning.
mm, Yeah, because the Enco is a cheap grinder, and it does the job well.
Yeah.
Plus, it's pretty reliable, to be honest. I've only had one issue with it, which is it almost caught fire. But
You're
because it's an electrical issue, there is, if you open up the whole thing, there is this little like a circuit board. It's a little printed circuit board. It's literally 3 centimeters by 4 centimeters, and
okay.
it just short circuited. I don't know what happened, but anyway, so it was an easy fix. Started smoking. I just disconnected it. I took it apart, ordered the replacement part. Cost me like $9 Australian. Ordered it from a supplier, put it
Yeah.
back in, just 2 screws, and that's it. Easy as.
Wow.
So
Okay.
imagine having a more complicated grinder, then you probably need to pay for a technician and so on for them to
Yeah.
service it for you. Whereas this one, the whole thing cost me maybe $20 with shipping to fix it, and that's it. And now it's going. This is the 4 years now, I think, since I've had it. Still going strong.
That's
You
good.
know,
That's a good thing. That's a good thing with the Baratza products, eh? Like it's
easy to fix.
they last a long time and it's easy to fix. The parts are easy to find, I guess, right? So
It's like a Lego set. The way they've designed it, it's every part on it is replaceable, and it is its own unit, so you can just order anything.
yeah,
And it's easy to source as well. You just
yeah, for sure.
contact the supplier here, and that's it. Very easy. But how is the Eureka instead? Apparently they're very nice grinders
It's
also.
great. I have no complaints about it. I've even tried using it for like it has a pretty good grind range. So like I seldomly go up to like the pour over grind. I mainly stick with the pull and espresso, but it can do it. I love it. I have a single doser mod on it,
Mhm.
so I
Is
don't use
that
the
one of those 3D printed ones?
3D printed one with a bellows as well, so I can
Oh, nice, nice,
yeah, I
nice.
can get some of the I can
Otherwise,
get some of the
the
retention.
retention might be too big on it, right? Without
Yeah,
with those.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool thing, man. Those 3D printed ones. Where did you get it from? Is it one of those from Etsy or something like that?
No, my brother-in-law, he has a 3D printer at home, so he printed me like all of this stuff. Like so, yeah, it was
Very helpful.
he just had to buy the special material for the bellows. But yeah, he was able to print it at home for me. Pretty cool.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an ideal solution.
Hmm.
You avoid retention, and I think it's a flat burr grinder, right?
Yeah, it's
So
a
it must
50 millimeter flat burrs. Yeah,
be pretty fast, right?
yeah, it's pretty good. I honestly have no complaints with it. I have no complaints with it. Obviously, like do I want a Malconic or something like that? Sure, but I
Yeah, it's a
mean,
bit of an overkill, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
You, you get a grinder that's more expensive than the machine you're using, and that's it.
yeah. I know. Right? Um, I don't know. Speaking of machines, though, I kind of commented this and I tagged you on it, like about I'm thinking that I've been thinking about upgrading the machine a lot lately. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about upgrading the gadget?
Oh yeah, we'll do it soon. Soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. Yeah.
Oh,
It yeah. Because we have some plans on doing some like online courses and so on,
okay.
in the future.
Yep.
And you, the gacha really struggles when you are doing back to back to back to back. But if you're filming a video, for example, for a class, right? It would be very difficult to get to repeat whatever you're doing multiple times, especially when it comes to pulling shots and making milk at the same time.
Yep.
So it has to be an E61 group machine, right? So we will upgrade very soon, but we'll see if we'll probably keep the gacha as well, just because
Yeah.
there are so many topics that still need to be explored with it. And also there is a large community, so why would you sell it? It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to sell But at the same time, for the plans that we have, we kind of need to upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean that the machine is bad, is not any good or whatever. But you know how it is with the gadget. It's a complicated relationship. It's always you're always saying, "Fuck, should I have gotten a different machine maybe?" Because there are so many things that you need to upgrade on it to literally get it to where you want it.
Yeah.
That sometimes it's easy to question if it's actually worth buying it, because sometimes it can get a bit of a headache. It can become a bit of a headache.
Yeah, I know.
To steaming milk. Oh my God, the steaming milk part, mate. Oh my God, you probably know, but I have struggled with it in the beginning. I was so frustrated because we got the machine during the lockdown. So I couldn't really just go out and return it, because at one point I was going to return it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was it was my first machine for home. So I was just following the instructions.
Yeah.
Right? And if you just follow the instructions, you won't do anything. It's useless. So then I thought, let me just Google some stuff, let me see what kind of problems people are having. And then I ended up on a Reddit page where Adrian from Shades of Coffee had a lot of threads. And then I started reading and so on. And that's when I first was able to steam milk properly and get the same results as on my commercial machine. I was mind blown. I was like so happy, because I finally nailed it. Whereas before, oh my God, man, I was this close to returning it, very close.
Really? And now look at you. You got a PID on there. I see somebody on the live QT Home Cafe. I know she has a PID on hers too. Like every time I see people with a PID on their machine, it makes me think, man, should I get one? Like, should I PID my Gaja or should I upgrade? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It depends. If you're gonna keep the Gaja and upgrade, then you're probably better off just getting a PID, because it's you won't spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, it depends. It depends for your needs.
Yeah.
It all depends. If you upgrade, how much more money are you going to spend on it?
Yeah.
Probably looking. What are you thinking on of a new machine? As in, what would you like to buy?
Currently I like the Profitec Pro 600. I don't know if you know that machine.
That's a dual boiler, right?
Dual boiler E61.
That's around 4,000 Australian dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
because
like
we have also been looking at it.
Yeah, because my brother-in-law, he has a Profitec Pro 500. It's a heat exchanger machine, and it works really well. And the steaming power on that thing, holy smokes, like simply amazing compared to like it just blows the Gaja out of the water. Like the non-PID Gaja out of the water. So.
But it's 4 times more expensive as well, right?
I know.
It has to do a better job.
Yeah.
But it's cool though. It's cool. I know. It just, if I would have to do it all over again, knowing how much money I would need to spend on upgrades and headaches and so on, I would also probably just choose something else, to be honest.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. There are E61 group heat exchanger machines that are around $2,000-ish, $2,500 for example.
Yeah.
So it would be $1,000 more than what the whole setup costs now. But if I knew, which I didn't, it's impossible to know. But if anyone's watching, considering buying a Gaja, and then they're thinking, oh, maybe I should spend another $1,000, do it. Spend those $1,000, save yourself a headache, and that's it.
Wow. Go figure that. A Gaja guy, 2 Gaja guys on a live telling you to buy the E61 heat exchanger for you.
Because they're more reliable as well, But if they break, if something breaks, I don't know if you'd be able to fix it. That's the problem.
Yeah. What I like about the what I like about the gaja is like you said it already. Like there's this huge following, there's this huge community just around the gaja. There's like it's almost like there's like this cult following around the gaja, right? Which is
That's true.
it's super cool, right? Like I like that a lot.
It's easy to find help. It's easy to find just tips online for it.
Hmm.
Because it
Yeah.
literally everywhere, and it's very popular in the US, it seems. Because
Hmm.
most of the people that watch our YouTube channel are mostly from the US. So I think there is a huge following over there, and it's 330 million people as well. So
Yeah.
that's a big population. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible. And people have tricked them out and made them, it's literally this box design, and then with all the PIDs and all the stuff, I don't know if you've seen it, but
I have.
you've probably seen some tricked out gacha classics, and it's just ridiculous.
I've seen some modded gajas where it's almost unrecognizable that they're gajas anymore because they've done so much to them. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Mm. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, if who knows, man? I don't know. You might need to upgrade, or you just get the PID if you feel confident enough to install it.
So that's another thing is the installation is what scares me. Like I read like I'm on Reddit. I read a ton of forums. Like some people say it's like easy enough to do. Some people say they like had a nightmare install. I think on your video you said that you had some struggles in the beginning, right? Like you said the instructions were a nightmare or something you said. So like
Instructions are a bit confusing, right?
yeah.
They are a bit confusing. I
Yeah.
actually there was this gentleman from Australia that got a PID,
Hmm.
and he commented on one of our videos saying that he paid like a technician, an espresso machine technician, to install the PID for him, and the
Oh.
technician said that the instructions were confusing when he was doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, which doesn't mean that he didn't. He did it. That guy did it in like 2 hours or something,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
he's espresso technician. But even he said that they were a bit confusing.
Mm. Yeah.
So
So you
that
see
doesn't
that.
mean that we couldn't get it. It just the good thing about it is Adrian, whenever you have any questions or
Yeah.
you need, he's very prompt in responding, right?
Yeah.
And
That's what.
like I didn't know this, but once I spoke to him, this is a literally only him and his wife, and this business is not that old. It's not even a year old,
Hmm.
and obviously he had a limited amount of time to prepare the instruction manual.
Yeah.
I think he will eventually update it. It just at the moment he's doing all of these things that he probably doesn't have enough time to do everything, literally 100% at the same time. But
Yeah.
the good thing about it is just you write him a message, he'll respond straight away. He'll help you out straight away. So if I knew that, you know, I would have just texted him and maybe finished the whole deal in much less time than it took me, because it took me like 9 hours or something.
9 hours.
Yeah.
Man.
But I'm also not good. I'm not very good with technology, with electronics. Let's
Gotcha.
put it that way. Yeah.
Well, QT Home Cafe there says that if she could do it, I could do it. I'm not sure. I don't know about that. I don't know
I
about
think
that.
you can do it. Like if I can do it, because I'm literally, like zero knowledge of electronics. If someone told me now you need to put your gaja back to stock,
Yeah.
as it was, there is no
Yeah.
way I can do it. No way. No way. That's it. It's done. And the thing is, I also labeled everything. Every wire is labeled and so on with a little tag on the side. I really organized myself, and it
Wow.
still took 8 hours.
Wow. Jeez.
It's
All right. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. You gave me something to think about. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just chances are I'm just gonna go E61 group head machine or something and just I'm just
Make your life easier. You can steam milk and make coffee at the same time, basically. So that's a good thing. So
yeah,
that
exactly. And it already has a PID.
yeah, that's true. It already has a PID. You can adjust your brew temperature. Steam pressure is awesome.
Yep.
They're very sturdy as well.
Yeah.
Very sturdy machines, and literally, you can, whenever you have the time and the money, you can put uh, professional upgrades on it. Meaning, whatever works for commercial machines would work for the E61 as well. From gaskets to shower strings to
Mhm.
baskets, obviously, to
Yeah.
what else is possible. But you know how people change the portafilter days. You could buy a whole portafilter thing with
Yep.
the handle and everything from Pesado, for example. All
Yes.
they're a bit expensive, but they look cool.
Yeah.
Tampers, distributors. It's an expensive sport.
I was just about to say it never ends, like even though I'm gonna upgrade the machine, there's still something I'm gonna want, right? And I'm
Mm.
gonna always be shopping, always be looking online. It just never ends, man.
It's an expensive sport.
Yeah. It
So
is fun. It is
off
fun.
sure. It's an and then you get into pour over as well. I think you did that already, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I do have a pour over setup, but I to be honest, man, like I don't use it very much. Like I still love doing the espresso, doing like the cappuccinos, the flat whites, that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'll get back into pour overs one day. I think what I want to do is get like a dedicated hand grinder for my pour overs, just so I don't have to keep dialing the grind size on my grinder.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would be a good upgrade. It's either that or just another grinder. You actually still have the Encore, right?
No, so the Encore was lent to me. It's like my brother-in-law, the same guy that has
Okay.
the 3D printer, he lent me the Encore.
hmm
Um, so I don't have that anymore. So yeah, a hand grinder.
That would work as well for you.
Yeah.
But if you have the money and you want to spend some money on a Comandante, for example, that would be good as well.
Oh man,
Or one of those Time More C2s, I think. Yeah.
that's the one
That's
I
a
was
good
looking
one as
at.
well. Yeah,
That's the
my
one.
friend has one. My friend Rob from How to Coffee has one, and it's pretty good because we
Yeah.
had Liam. He has a Comandante, and then
Yeah.
Rob bought a Time More from Liam because he sells them, obviously.
Yep.
And the Time More feels very sturdy. You know, it's very nice. Build
Yep.
quality is very high. It's not as it doesn't feel as premium as the Comandante, but the Comandante is like double the price or triple the price.
Triple. Yeah. Triple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I think it's worth the money, that Time More thing. And then this scale that I have from Time More as well is very good.
Yep.
So I think overall that I think it's a Chinese company.
Yep.
They're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
Mm-hmm.
the products feel very nice. This scale is amazing. Very responsive, very fast.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's a budget option. Instead of getting an Akaya, for example, you get a Time More. Instead of getting a Comandante, you get the C2, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
So you
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of my a lot of my coffee accessories, to be honest, are like just like Amazon stuff, cheapy. Like my tamper is from Amazon. I don't have a nice tamper like you do. Um, just it works for now, you know. Maybe I'll
how much
upgrade that.
did you spend on it? How much did it cost you, that Tampa?
It was so cheap. I think it was like $20 Canadian. Like it was
Oh.
super, super, super cheap.
Because the Tampa I have is not expensive as well. It's not very expensive. It looks expensive, but it's not. Because it's I think it was 60 Australian or something like that, or 70. It wasn't a lot. You know, it's a reasonable price considering the build quality, because I think it's 3D printed, and then the base can be taken out and replaced easily, and it doesn't cost a lot as well. So it looks good, but it doesn't cost as much as the looks make you think it does. You know, so it's not one of those pesado Tampas or Pullman that cost like 160, 170. No, that's ridiculous.
I can't believe that. That's crazy stuff. Crazy.
Unless you send over for free, you know, I'm not buying that stuff. No way.
Yeah, same here. Same here. You have the Barista Hustle. Is that the one you have?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I think it's available in the US and Canada. I think it's worldwide, actually.
Yeah.
I think you just need to go through a retailer, or maybe even you could order it directly online, because I think Barista Hustle has a web page that ships worldwide, because they make cupping bowls as well.
Yeah.
You should check it out. If you want a budget option, but something that fits a precision basket perfectly, you should definitely go for the Barista Hustle. Which basket are you using on your machine?
IMS Precision.
Okay, yeah. So that's it. I think this one is 58.4 millimeters, so it should work fine for you. And
yeah, for some reason, when it comes to like the coffee accessories for me, like so far it's been either like cheap stuff from Amazon or 3D printed stuff from my brother-in-law. Like I tried to keep the costs like low on the accessories part, but like, you know, spend more on the grinder and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe it's time for me to get a proper tamper. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. And coffee is expensive as well. Coffee is not cheap at all, right? You want to drink the good stuff, you got to pay some money as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm like spoiled by like by all this specialty coffee stuff now. The smaller bag, smaller batch. You know, there's I used to like drink like nothing but like just this huge bags from Costco, the Lavazza, huge bags from the big box stores, stuff like that. But, yeah, but then once you get stuff like this, it's like, oh man, spoiled.
How do you store your bean?
I just store it in it's like these glass jars. Like it seals airtight. It doesn't vacuum the air out, but it seals it airtight. Glass jar. I put it like in the cupboard so it's dark, no light gets to it. Yeah, that's about it. You?
Well, most of the time I freeze the beans now. Helps a lot.
Yeah.
But it's annoying because it's literally you dose, you seal it, and everything. You know, it takes time. For a 250-gram bag, it might take me like 30 minutes to package everything and freeze it with a vacuum sealer, like a food vacuum sealer.
Yeah. Right.
So it is a bit time consuming, but when was it? 3 or 4 weeks ago, I got a bag of coffee and I took out 10 grams, 3 doses of 10 grams out of that bag.
Okay.
And I vacuum sealed one. I put another one just in a coffee bag with a two-way valve.
Yep.
And the third dose, I left it in a little can for coffee. You know how some specialty roasters have sell coffee in cans.
Yep.
And I froze all of them. And soon enough, we're gonna make a video. I'm gonna do a blind tasting to see which way is the best to freeze beans. And I'm gonna do it randomly, so I don't know which cup is which. So that way I choose what tastes best, and whatever tastes best is probably going to be the best way to freeze it, probably. And
Yeah.
we'll see, because I wanted to know if vacuum sealing it individually in a little coffee bag
Yep.
really will make such a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
My freezer, for example, is there is nothing, there is no smelly foods, no food smells like from onion or whatever, nothing strong like that.
Yep.
So maybe not vacuum sealing it, maybe it's not going to make a huge difference. We'll see. But if you have like strong smells in your freezer, you definitely need to vacuum seal it, because otherwise the coffee is going to start stinking.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't freeze my beans. I just don't think I have the time and patience for that like you do. Yeah.
It's difficult. But sometimes, I get a kilo of coffee, like 4 different bags.
Yep.
I would order it, and then by the time I finish all of them, they're stale. They just don't taste right anymore.
Really?
Because it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Let's say you get to a point where the coffee beans are, let's say, 20 days post roasting.
Yep.
And they've been sitting in that bag exposed to air, because it's not airtight, right? Once you expose them to air, you open the bag, that's about it.
Yep.
So you can definitely taste the difference, especially in filter coffee.
Yeah.
If you were drinking a coffee with milk, it would be very difficult. Like I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Right.
But because most of the time I drink filter coffee, the difference is staggering. It's literally night and day.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. So it's good to freeze your beans if you just have the time for that.
Nice. So, is that what your next video is going to be? The freezing experiment?
We haven't done it yet, because I'm just waiting for it to go past 4 weeks, at least a month, and then stuff happens, So we'll probably shoot that this coming week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, because we have some videos coming out as well. Madeline is editing them.
Nice.
So yeah, we always have like 2 or 3 videos in stock, basically, on the shelf.
Good. Yeah.
So that way, if something happens and we can't film, we can still post the video instead of, doing it week by week.
Your videos have come a long way. I remember your first few videos. It was they were shot in portrait mode, was it? You had a couple that were shot in like a portrait mode or something.
It was with my phone, with the phone. Because it was during the lockdown. We didn't have a camera. We didn't have anything.
Yeah.
No lights, no setup, nothing.
Yeah.
And then we got a used camera,
microphone,
and then a microphone and so on, and then some lights and this and that. So yeah, it's a huge difference. We might even start reshooting the old videos in a proper format, just so it's more enjoyable. It's easier on the eyes instead of just because it looks shit, man. It doesn't look great. It's informative. It's useful, but it just doesn't look right.
Yeah. Oh, they're super informative. I wish I could show you, but I'm using my phone to talk to you right now. But like on my phone, I have like pages of notes based on your videos, like literally pages of notes.
I'm so happy to help. It was so good to see the feedback from people that actually have we've just helped them. It's cool, because that was the goal, just to help people make the most out of whatever they're using. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can still enjoy a nice cup of coffee, and what's important is literally for you or whoever else is making it to enjoy it. It's not about if it's done right or whatever. Obviously, if you enjoy it, you're doing something right. Maybe you can make it better, but if you enjoy it, that's the most important thing. And it's so cool to see so much feedback from different countries, that I've never even thought about. we'll get a person from Saudi Arabia, to a person from South Korea, to a person from Canada, the US, Brazil, you know, European countries, and so on. It's amazing, yeah. And you know, it's a huge community of people, right? It's so nice to see.
It totally. I mean, like I was just telling my wife like before this, so like it's crazy that like when I first started, I was like watching your even she was like, "Why do you keep watching this guy on YouTube?" And I'm like, well, like I'm learning. I'm learning. Like I need to take notes. Like I'm learning from this guy. And then look, you and me are talking on like a IG live right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. How cool is that? I love
Yeah.
talking to people, you know. Uh, doing the first video with Adrian, I'm like, maybe I should do this more often, you know. Maybe
Yeah.
whenever I have time, maybe I should just reach out to people, go live with them, meet them, see what's going on. Because obviously, if you're into coffee, then we like the same thing. So we can chat about coffee forever.
Exactly.
So many things to cover. Like from whatever you're drinking to what do you enjoy doing? What's your favorite roaster, for example? You know, there's so many things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, what's your favorite roaster at the moment? Where do you mostly buy your beans from in Toronto? Give them a shout out if there is one or two that are your favorite.
I mean, currently I can't say that there's one favorite. I guess the coffee that I just showed, like this one right here from Moment, right?
Are they Toronto based?
Yeah, they're local Toronto, and it's run by this guy named Jeff, and he's a relatively like new coffee roaster company, but man, he makes fantastic coffee. So I've been ordering stuff, and he's been he has several different roasts available right now. So like primarily I've been drinking this stuff lately, and it's really good too. So, but I drink what tastes good. Simple as that. I just drink whatever's good, right? Like I don't think I have one favorite. Yeah.
Do you go mostly for espresso blends or single origins roasted for espresso profile?
Mostly like espresso blends. That's I mean, not that I specifically go for that. I think that's just what I've been getting. Yeah.
And
What about you?
Mostly single origins, because most of the time, it's very difficult here in Melbourne to find a blend roasted light for filter. I've had a couple and they were very good, but most of the time specialty roasters have their blends roasted for espresso only. And they have single origins that are either omni roasts, which means you can use them for whichever brewing technique you want, or they're only for filter. So that's the thing, because a blend, I find sometimes blends more enjoyable because it's literally a roaster who has knowledge of coffee brings together different coffees to make something that's better than whatever they consist of individually,
Okay. Yeah.
So I just like the idea of someone thinking about this thing, how to make it work and make it greater than the individual components. But unfortunately, there isn't a lot of filter blends in Melbourne, or at least I haven't searched hard enough to find some.
Gotcha.
But the ones that I've had were amazing. There is this specialty coffee roastery called Seven Seeds here in Melbourne, one of the most famous ones.
Okay.
And they have this filter blend called the F-Bomb, which is probably something related to Fruit Bomb, because it's like 2 or 3 naturally processed coffees, two from South America and one from Ethiopia, I think, something like that.
Okay.
It's so good. It's amazing. One of the best filter coffees I've ever had.
Wow.
I'm actually gonna buy a bag from them next week because it's so good, delicious.
Nice.
And the thing about it is, with a blend, you have an idea of what you want to achieve, and then you change the coffees in the blend depending on season. So it's never the same coffees, it changes on the season, but the taste is very similar all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Gotcha. Wow. That's interesting. You see, I don't think I'm at that level yet, like I don't think I'm at a level where, I'm sophisticated or like expert enough to like taste all these differences in coffee. I don't think I'm there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I just whatever.
You just practice, man. Take your time, enjoy the ride. It's
Yeah.
cool, but the coffee world is the ocean is very deep.
Yeah, it is.
So
It is.
you just enjoy what you're doing now. Explore some different coffees. That's the thing. That's what I would recommend is just explore.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, buy different coffees, probably different processing methods as well, just so you start getting knowledgeable about, because most of the time different processes have different flavor profiles, that are very
Yep.
distinguishable between each other.
Yep.
And once you nail that and you feel confident in that you can notice the difference, then you probably should move into tasting coffees from different countries, because there is a difference there as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you just practice, and you'll
Step
be
by
you gotta spend some money as well on some good coffee. Have you
That's
had a
what.
geisha coffee yet?
Nope, I haven't.
That's that's
Yeah.
the holy grail of coffee, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah, sometimes it's amazing coffee, another time it's just pure marketing.
I think you and I just keep going back on this theme of needing to spend more money, whether it be on equipment, accessories, gear, coffee, whatever.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah. It's what do you do for what's your job? As in, what do you do?
I work for one of the big banks here in Toronto. So I'm in the financial sector. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You're
You
in
enjoy?
hospitality. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. It's joy. I've been working for the same company for a long time. So yeah, definitely enjoying it. It's work that, I actually enjoy doing. So, I can't say that I mind it at all. It's nice.
Do you have a lot of colleagues that are getting into coffee because of you, or that are getting the coffee bug off you?
Um, some have definitely gotten a lot more interested in it. I don't think they've like, went out and bought gadgets or expensive grinders or anything like that yet. But, hearing me talk about it all the time, like during our team meetings, yeah, for sure. Like I think that piqued their interest a little bit.
And
Yeah.
what do you do? What do you do for coffee when you're at work?
Oh man.
You
So,
gotta go out, get a coffee somewhere, bring your own, make it at work, or
well, see, before lockdown, I would just like, I I've always been the guy like, just run downstairs, go grab a Starbucks from the nearest, Starbucks close by.
Mhm.
Now, whenever it is time to go back to work and I am going back into the office, I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. Like,
Are you working? Are you still working from home?
yeah, I've been working from home since last March. Haven't
Wow.
stepped foot, yes, have not stepped foot in the office.
Wow, that's a long time, man. How,
Mhm.
what, I forgot to ask you, what's the situation in Toronto or in general in Canada? Is there lockdown rules and so on?
We
Yeah.
are currently in lockdown with a stay-at-home order. So,
How long have you been in lockdown?
oh, we've been on and off. We've been in and out of lockdowns like like there's no tomorrow. Like, um, I think we're supposed to come out of this one or start to come out of this one in early June, so like next month. I think I heard June 2nd or June 6th or something like that. I can't even keep track of this stuff anymore. But you know, um, my wife and I are like like two very cautious people. So like, we've been home since the first time this thing was announced. Like since last March, we've been home. And same with our kids.
Hmm. Homeschooling as well.
Yep.
Man, that must be very difficult. It's
Telling me, telling me. Yeah, it's crazy.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have kids, but I can only imagine because doing work, enjoying life, doing whatever you enjoy, and then homeschooling as well. Everything
Yep.
at home. You can't go anywhere at all. Well, that's a challenge.
Yeah, man.
But when is summer starting in Canada? Should
Uh,
start soon.
yeah, we're
Kids
in spring right now. Summer will
going
start in
going
like
into high
July.
school. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good because we get to go back outdoors and do outdoor stuff now with the kids, which is good because the weather here is nice now.
Mhm.
But man, during the winter was brutal because we get like a lot of snow. It's really cold during our winters. So
What's the coldest it gets?
we can drop to like the
Celsius.
minus, yeah, like the minus 30s like Celsius with the wind and stuff like that. Yeah, like it's cold, man.
30.
Yeah,
Wow.
like in the
Crazy.
in the minus 20s, easy, easy. Like
I haven't experienced that type of cold since probably I was 11, 12. Can't even remember. Because where I grew up, it would get cold like that. It would get so cold that when you do that boiling water experiment, when you throw it in the air and it freezes
yeah,
completely. Yeah,
yeah,
I think that happens at around minus 27, something like that, Celsius.
yeah.
You know, it's cool at the same time though. That type of cold is different to the type of cold we have here in Melbourne because here in Melbourne, you get those southern winds coming from Antarctica,
Yeah,
and they literally feel like they're eating through your bones. The wind feels like that. So it feels colder than it actually is, but it never gets below -2. It
that's
never
right.
gets colder, but it feels much colder than it is. And then it starts raining for like a week, every day, on and off. The weather changes rapidly. You have a nice day today, 14 degrees, 15 degrees, and it's winter. And then tomorrow it's going to be shitty weather, raining, and so on, very windy. So yeah, I kind of miss that just weather stability.
Yeah. Well, it's because of our Canadian winters here that I don't get any big ass spiders like the one I was telling you about in Melbourne. So
For sure, I don't think any spiders would survive over there or any
nope,
snakes
nope,
whatsoever.
nope.
That's
That's right.
cool. What about your coffee stunts? Do you want to talk about that?
Oh man, what do you want to know? Like, these things, I don't even know where it came from. One day I got an idea in my head to like just jump up in the air and take a picture, and then it just snowballed from there. Like I was like, hey,
Does your
this is
wife
fun.
like it?
My wife takes the picture. She takes all the pictures. So one day I should probably share like a behind the scenes thing because like I took a picture today that I'm going to post tomorrow. She was literally like she had a towel on the pavement on the ground and she was lying down on the towel with the camera on the floor outside. So
So
kudos to
because
her.
yeah, dedication, that's what it's called.
Dedication. It's our 12th wedding anniversary tomorrow actually. So you know what?
Congratulations.
There you go. That's
Hope you can
lovely.
do something interesting, and exciting in a lockdown.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. It's hard, right? It's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stunts are just something that I do that like, it's fun for me, but I think it's also fun for
To
it's kind of
see.
like it's kind of like what you said before, just connecting people, right? I think people get a kick out of seeing it, and I know a couple of people that have told me that they look forward to Sundays now because to see those posts that I do. So that's cool for me, right? Like that's what kind of keeps me going doing it. But I really don't know how much longer my body can handle these coffee stunts, man.
Do you, have you ever been into BMXs and breakdancing and so on, right?
Yes,
You
yeah.
must, otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it.
that picture that you used for the poster, the BMX one, that's the same BMX that I had back in the 90s when I was a kid. Like I kept it this whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So you used to do little tricks with the BMX and so on.
I tried to, yeah. It was I never really got super good at the BMX. It was more just like casual fun type thing. So
Same with the break dancing, right?
same with the breakdancing. Yeah. It's hilarious because I do all these stunts outside and like my neighbors are always my neighbors always see me doing these things. They're like, I wonder what goes through their head sometimes. Like, what is this guy doing every week out
They,
there, right?
they, they don't know about your Instagram page.
Uh, some of them do actually. I think I see one of my neighbors join the chat just now. Actually, she follows me. So some of them do know about it. But a lot of them don't. So I have no idea what's going through their head when they see me do this stuff. They probably think I'm crazy.
Yeah, yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah. Something is going on. This guy's jumping around and pouring coffee and stuff.
So look at this guy wasting coffee by jumping and spilling it everywhere.
I hope you're not wasting specialty coffee though. That's
Absolutely not. No
You gotta
way.
get that cheap stuff from Costco or whatever you guys have in
Yeah.
Canada. That's
I just yep. It's old pre-ground canned stale stuff that for some reason I still have in my cupboards that I'm using to do those things. So
that's in case of emergency, in case
yeah.
you get to
Yeah,
-50 outside.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fun though, man. It's fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Bert, I'm not gonna take any more of your time. We're also gonna
Yep.
go out and enjoy this beautiful weather.
You
We'll
should.
enjoy some Netflix as well. So
Nice.
with the sleep. It was nice chatting to you. Nice to meet you as well. Keep
Same,
up,
man.
keep doing the good work you do. It's fun
Same.
seeing your posts online, and it's Bert of Coffee on Instagram. I will post this video on our YouTube channel as well.
Awesome.
Because why not,
Yep.
right? And we'll do this another time as well.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Thanks for having me on here. And I'll always look forward to like your content both on the YouTube channel and on your Instagram too. Good stuff, man.
I, I enjoyed this a lot, man. You
Yeah,
take care, and
you too, man.
hopefully we'll be out of lockdown soon.
Hope so. Hopefully. Stay safe, man.
Good night.
All right. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.